Hello. It has been a while since I've come on here and had lunch with y'all. I stopped by the Asian grocery store and I got this kimbap and this choux cream bread thingy. And I'm gonna eat that. But I just wanted to share an update of what's been going on lately. I recently just finished writing a chapter for a book called Radical Courage. I am a co-author with 50 other people who are different entrepreneurs, creatives, healers, thought leaders, people with all sorts of like amazing, extensive backgrounds. And yeah, so we all contributed our chapter to this book, and it will be coming out in July, which is super duper exciting. And I just never thought that would be something that I could have done. I just have been on this mission to just follow my gut, just to follow these little breadcrumbs that the universe leaves for me that lead me to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing. And it just keeps opening up more doors that I just had no idea would happen. And that comes from listening to my gut and listening to myself. I think I spent a lot of time in my life, and I think a lot of people do, being programmed by society not to listen to yourself. Like there's this idea in society that you should listen to your parents, you should listen to your teachers, you should listen to your boss, you should listen to the government. There's always something outside of you that knows what to do better than you do. And I just don't subscribe to that anymore. And I understand there are certain things that are in place, like even like, oh my God, listen to your doctor. Dude, like even now, especially here in the US, and I don't want to like ruffle any feathers or whatever, but I also am just like, you can't say that our healthcare system is actually like helping anybody. They're in the business to make money off of people to keep them sick. And I've had my own journey where I was on medications for anxiety and depression, and while those things did help me, it wasn't ever addressing the underlying problem. And I was also like never told that I could get better. I was just like, well, if you're feeling that, let's try a different medication. If you're feeling like, there was never, and I've done like talk therapy and stuff too, which was also really helpful. But like none of it was like sustainable. None of it really like addressed like how to take care of myself. And I've come to find out on my own that I'm just like really super sensitive, and I require a lot of time being alone. I need the quiet. I need to spend a lot of time in nature too, just to help soothe my nervous system. And like, I have not been great about it the past couple weeks, if I'm totally honest. And I got caught up in the spin of like, I have to do all the things. And and then once I get out of it, then I'm just like, why do I keep doing that to myself? Like, I know better, and yet I still get stuck in those cycles. But anyways, so some other things that are going on. I am so grateful someone reached out to me to create a commission. It's just funny to me that the work that I get just like comes out of like the blue. People will just reach out to me, and it's just so interesting because I don't really like advertise it, and I go back and forth on if I want to or not, because I'm a multi-passionate. I have so many things that I want to do, like, and I just want to say it out loud, like there's so many creative things that I want to pursue, and I've held myself back because it's like, well, you have so many art supplies at home and you should, and like, dude, no, that, okay, maybe that's somebody else's life, but that's not my life. I am meant to be, and I discovered this with my human design. I'm a 3-5 profile. Like, I'm an experimenter of life. I'm meant to experience a bunch of different things and like not let failure stop me. Like, it's all just a way for me to like learn and grow and process and then like do the next thing. And yeah, so like there are things that I like. I love astrology, and I got into it in 2023 when I started having some things happen in my life, and in particular the eclipses were happening on my north and south node, so it was like really affecting me. And then I ended up like I've known about astrology, but then ended up like really getting into it, and like had my first astrology reading. And yeah, so I've just been consuming a lot of the material, and I've like considered doing readings, like just a regular birth chart reading. Like I have been like self-taught for everything, and like part of me is like, well, you can't do that because you don't have a certification or what. And I'm like, I'm done trying to chase that, because I've done that in the past too, where I'm like, I need to be more qualified, I need to be more this, da 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 da. And like, no, you don't. Actually, you don't need all of those things, because first of all, like, I have a bachelor's of fine arts, and guess what? My school that I went to doesn't even exist anymore. So I paid a shit ton of money for a degree that is what? Like, for what? If I tried to go back to school, I would have to start over, because the credits don't count anymore, you know? So it's like, well, if it's that easy for something like that to fall apart, then like, why does it matter? Why does it matter? So astrology is something I'm really into, and I've been like kind of picking it up again. I have been like just doing the general stuff, but then I've like kind of been learning a little bit more about like the different like modalities. And so I'm like trying to figure out, like, maybe there's like a specific niche of astrology that I will just like absolutely fall in love with, and then that'll be my thing. Because I'm like, yeah, okay, birth charts are interesting, but I feel like there's more other things. Like, I would love to learn how to like dance. I bought a course that's called like Shake Your Ass to Heal Your Past. And so like it's like a twerking class, and let me tell you, like, that was so wonderful. I loved that. And I love that I was able to just like connect with my body in a new way that felt really good. And yeah, now I can like shake my ass in this way. I'm like, oh hell yes. That just like makes me like, I just have to look at myself while I'm doing it. I'm like, damn girl, get it. And along with that, like, I have been so interested in burlesque, and I can't tell you how many times I've like stopped myself from pursuing that. There is like a local burlesque troupe that's close to where I live, and I saw that they had like, not tryouts, but tryouts, is that the right word? They had something where you could go and like see if you wanted to join or whatever, and I talked myself out of it, because I was like, I don't need to have another hobby that's gonna cost me a lot of money and this and that. And it's just like, bitch, what? That's what life is about, for you to go and chase all of those things, experience the things. And like, low key, I'm like, dude, I would be fucking good at it. Like, like, I know how to be dramatic. I know how to like paint a face. I know how to move my body in ways that is like, you know, and I just feel like I'd be good at it, and I think I'd have a lot of fun with it. Like, what else? I want to learn how to ride a motorcycle. And there's just so many things like that where like I want to try these things, and for some reason I just like hold myself back. And like, it's an active thing. I have to actively decide to like make that step forward. And you know, I have like this subconscious like pushing myself down, you know, and that's just something that I've had to deal with. And yeah, I'm tired of living like that, you know? And I'll have moments where I'm just like, I feel so small. And I just recently came out of like this little cycle where like a couple weeks I just like felt like, ugh. And yeah, I feel a lot better now. I mean, I even posted like my last video, I was talking about it, but yeah, I feel good about that. I am like excited to make some art. I'm excited about creating things. And yeah, what else do I have? If y'all haven't seen, I have a podcast called Cosmic Blessings Podcast. I haven't been recording, but I feel like, okay, now I'm starting to get like back into it, and I'm trying to plan it in a way where it's more cohesive, because these last episodes have been great for me just like getting shit out, like just saying things out loud for the first time for some of those things. And yeah, so I want to be able to like have guests on the show and, you know, still stick with the topic of things being like cosmically blessings and lessons. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna eat my lunch now, and that's all I have to say for now. I'll see you all next time. Bye.